Quick question. Have you ever done something under pressure and immediately after you thought, why did I do that? You knew better, but you didn't do better. Do you think pressure caused that? It didn't. Pressure didn't create that reaction from scratch. Pressure often pulls from something that's already inside of us. This is the Reset with Michael Eatman, Clarity Under Pressure. This is where we learn how to think clearly and lead well when everything feels urgent. And these days, everything's urgent. Like the moment when you snap, or when you shut down, when you react faster than you wanted to. That's not random. That's a pattern. Most people don't have a decision problem, they have a pattern problem. Because most of the fast reactions, they aren't new. They're repeated. And whatever you repeat becomes easier to do over time. And what's easiest for us to do is what shows up often when the pressure is highest. Here's a version of what's happening in your brain in these moments. There's a part of your brain that stores what you repeat. The more you do something, the less you have to think about it. It becomes automatic. So when pressure hits or comes knocking at your door, as I like to say, your brain doesn't stop to think everything through. It tends to grab what's familiar, and it runs that program. That's why you don't suddenly become someone new under pressure. You become someone consistent. You become the version of you that you've been practicing. So here's the real question. When pressure knocks at your door, who shows up? Not who you want to be, who actually shows up. And this is where people get stuck. They think, next time, I'll do better. But the moment moves so fast, and by the time you notice, your brain is already leaning in a direction. Not because you can't choose, but because the pattern showed up faster. So the goal isn't to think faster. It's to slow things down just enough to interrupt the pattern. Because clarity under pressure isn't automatic. It's trained. So here's the move. Pause. That gives you some space. Then notice what's actually driving this. Then choose. Not what's familiar, what's aligned. Because awareness gives you access, and access gives you choice. You don't build this in the moment. You build it before the moment. So it's there when pressure hits. First, you notice after, then you notice during, and eventually you'll notice before. That's how patterns change over time. So the next time pressure knocks at your door, don't ask, what should I do? Ask, what have I been practicing for this moment? Because if you don't choose it, your past will. If this connected for you, use it.